Hi, guys.
We usually do that together. Let's
Yeah,
start over.
sorry. 3, 2, 1.
Hi,
guys. I'm Johnny Weir,
And I'm Tara Lipinski.
and we are at the U.S. Figure Skating Championships in Kansas City, Missouri.
And we've been seeing a lot of good skating. I think we should talk about the ladies event.
Ladies
we saw
first.
the short program, we saw the pairs short, but ladies, Karen Chen stole the night, very unexpected. What did you think?
I mean, there was just something so special about the performance. She created that nationals moment where everyone comes to nationals and wants a spot on the world, the Olympic team. But there's something special about performing so well here. And Karen Chen had a beautiful breath,
White
and
costume.
elegance,
She just came
on golden
whole
pond.
package.
Yeah, beautiful
but a
jumps.
shock. And then we had Ashley Wagner, who was my next favorite of the night. Ashley is just this perfect little actress on the ice, and she just gave us all that grit and spunk that we want from her. She made a few mistakes at the end, opened the door a little bit, and that's where Mirai Nagasu sort of stepped in. And I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I'm taking it. Ashley Wagner sits in third right now, and Mirai Nagasu snuck ahead of her in second place. Very close competition, though, which will make our coverage tonight on prime time on NBC at 8 p.m. very exciting. So Mirai Nagasu has been around for so long as Ashley Wagner, has had so many highs and lows, but she really came through with the goods in the short program, had a ratified triple-triple combination, and amazing spins.
I think it's going to be exciting because Karen, I think she's a little shocked.
Yeah.
She has no idea what to do in this moment. Obviously, she won a medal 2 years ago. Had an interesting season last season, but has came back so strong that I just hope she steps on the ice and knows that she could be national champion. But then you have Mirai and Ashley, and they are hungry.
And then looking at other names in the field that could really make a statement here, Mariah Bell, who's slightly inconsistent, but when she delivers the goods, she's amazing. And
Amber Glenn.
Amber Glenn.
She was so good in the short program, major mistake, but someone to watch. She was sort of our dark horse.
Yeah, shades of early 90s Nicole Bobeck, so much spunk and sparkle, razzle-dazzle, great big jumps.
Razzle-dazzle.
Razzle-dazzle.
Exactly.
But in addition to covering the ladies' night in primetime, we'll also be covering the pairs and ice dance. Well, not the ice dance, we weren't invited to that. We'll be closing the event with ice dance, though, but we're covering the pairs also on NBC this afternoon at 3 Eastern, where Kane and Leduc, the new pairing of Kane and Leduc, are leading the pack, which is kind of a shock, but they had a technically very difficult program, but the charisma, the performance quality of their short program is really what has them in first place.
There's been a lot of injuries in the pairs event. I think that's even hard for us to watch when we're up there. We've talked to these pair skaters, their knees, you're worried about when they're landing these throws. Some guy is chucking them across the ice 10 feet into the air, and they're landing on their injured knee. So a lot of tension when it comes to the pairs event.
But behind Kane and Leduc, there are some really strong teams in Denny and Frazier. You've got Kane and O'Shea, who are the reigning U.S. national champions. It should be a great event. And then looking at the dance, you've got three amazing top teams that challenge at the Worlds. Shibutani, Chalk and Bates, and Hubble Donahue, who are all beautiful. But we'll make our own opinions about that on the podcast. Tara and Johnny, we put it out every Wednesday for you guys.
Yeah. So what else should we talk about?
Nationals is kind of a buzz with what's going to happen. Nathan Chen did a fantastic short program last night.
How could we forget about this? The men's event last night was insane. Not great skating all around,
No,
but
there were a lot of mistakes until Nathan.
Nathan Chen brought it. Two beautiful quads.
The hardest
chills,
2 quads anyone can do.
Busted out the score.
And I tweeted it last night that he really is a skater that America should get behind before the Olympic Games, because he is, in the singles division, I think the one person that could really challenge what's going on. I don't know if the ladies can necessarily challenge the Russians, but Nathan can definitely challenge to get on that podium in Pyeongchang.
Yeah, he's the future of U.S. men's skating, but like you said, I think next year at the Olympics, he might be on that podium, and you never know if there's mistakes, he might be on the top of the podium.
Yeah, now before we get into Fan Corner and start taking your questions, we want to tell you again to tune into NBC today at 3 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Eastern. Even if you don't really love skating that much, you can
We're going to try to dress up.
We're going to dress up really well.
We have a fun, sparkly night.
I've got a Big Bird costume that is just aching to be seen, so please come and see it.
Please tune in for that.
Yeah, so now we're going to take some of your questions. We think maybe 3 of you are awake this early to see us, so let's take some questions.
All right, Malia Gustafsson says, since national championship is not guaranteed, if you had to say the world team, who do you think it would be right now?
Well, I would assume that's we'll cover ladies and men, looking at the world team. So we have 3 men for the United States competing and 3 ladies.
Men. Say it together.
Yeah, Nathan Chen.
Geez.
I'd like to see Vincent Zhou. He's currently sitting in third position.
Yeah.
He definitely has a shot at making that world team, but if not, definitely a junior world team.
Right. What do you think about?
I really want Max Aaron to come back hard. He had a
That'd
rough
be
short
tough.
program.
Yeah, but he had a really disastrous short program. But I mean, when he hits his quads.
I'd assume Jason Brown will be the third entry for the United States.
But you don't know. I mean, Ross Minor skated great. I don't know.
But challenging on a world level, there is strategy. The United States has to look at this team because not only are they competing at the World Championships, they're earning spots for the Olympic Games. So should the United States do very well, they earn the maximum 3 spots in each discipline.
And we want those
3 spots. So they have to put together a team that can actually do that. And I think Jason Brown, Vincent Zhou, and Nathan Chen could be a really solid team.
Vincent is incredible. I just hope that, he's still a little inexperienced. I just hope that through a free skate he can hold up.
I mean, 16 years old. He's already a year past it when you won the Olympics. So without a lot of experience, but maybe a lot of moxie out there on the ice. And looking at the ladies?
Ashley Wagner. I have a feeling she's going to come back roaring. We always say she loves to be the underdog, and this is her perfect position. She's a strong free skate. I think Karen Chen is going to be able to do it tonight. There may be a little nerves, a little shakiness, but I think she's going to pull it out.
Yeah.
And what do you think? Anyone else you think?
I mean, I would love to see Amber Glenn on that world team, but she's very internationally inexperienced. But I would think, as far as experience goes, Gracie Gold might be a shoe-in for that team, but she's been skating so poorly this season.
I mean, Gracie Gold should be on the
leading
team.
the U.S. team.
It's just after the short program, she started off with such a great combination. I said, Gracie's back. And she's just not back yet, but maybe today she's back.
So while she, given her past performances, deserves to be on the world team, she may not be the wisest choice to assure a 3-woman team for the United States at the Olympics. Next question.
Jennifer Hardy would like to know.
Hey, Jennifer Hardy.
What are the chances of America ending the medal drought in next year's Winter Olympics?
You know what? The question was, if you guys couldn't hear, what are the chances for the United States ending their medal drought at the Olympics next year? And you know what? At the beginning of the season this year, when we met with NBC and we're talking about the skaters we should be looking at leading into it, it was kind of bad news bears. We've got a great team in dance. 3 teams that can each challenge for a spot on the podium. But really, we were looking at the team event as a place for the United States to shine. But with performances from Nathan Chen.
That's the name. I think he's going to be the name of the Olympics when it comes to figure skating next year.
Now, we disagree where he may end up on that podium because it is, it's fun to predict. You never know. Ice is very slippery, as cliche as
You really
it is
can't predict. I mean, we're analysts and we should be experts at this, but when we skated, we would predict that we'd do well and win and go out and fall. So it's really slippery out there.
But look, Nathan Chen definitely, of the U.S. men, is the one with a real shot at ending up on that podium. His technical abilities are so strong, and
he works so hard.
His artistry has always been there, and he's really finding his way as an adult skater, even though he's just 17 years old. And the ladies, Ashley Wagner won a silver medal at the World Championships last year, which wasn't a shock, but it was a bit of a surprise.
It's going to be an uphill battle for her to get on that podium.
Gracie Gold, if she comes back, she can challenge the Russians,
right.
But really
the
looking
Russians
at the ladies,
are
we could be looking down the barrel of a possible Russian sweep at the Olympics.
They just do triple after triple.
And like first place through 20th place, all could win the Olympics in Russia, which is very different than the current state of affairs in the United States.
But a lot can change in a year.
No. I mean, dance, definitely, I think the United States could win a medal. Pairs, very big long shot. Yeah, the pairs' time to shine will be in the team event to help the United States win a medal, and they themselves then would be a team medalist at the Olympics. Next question.
Amanda Spencer.
Hi, Amanda Spencer.
Is flipping the mirror on you guys and
flipping
says,
the mirror.
When did you guys start training?
When did we start training?
I started we know each other so well at this point that I didn't know if I should answer my own
answer for you.
Answer for you.
Our own personal experiences.
I started at 3, roller skating, and did that for a while. It was a very social thing for me with my little girlfriends and my mom and her girlfriends, and we do all these shows, and then I started competing and somehow did well in roller skating, and went on the ice one day when I was 6 and was like, I kind of like the ice. And that's how it all started.
I started to skate when I was 12. I come from a really small town in Pennsylvania where we didn't have an ice rink, so the first time I actually skated was in a pair of used, beaten up skates that we kind of, my parents had gifted me for Christmas, and they're a cornfield behind our house had frozen over. So
I mean, how perfect is that?
Yeah,
you like learned to skate in a cornfield.
It's a major story, and then 4 years later, I was the junior world champion. So I did pretty good. I did pretty good, you know. But it really was. I watched figure skating on TV, which is something that we urge all of you to do for everyone just joining us today on NBC at 3 Eastern and 8 Eastern in primetime, all the ladies' free programs. But TV really got me into it. Next question.
Next question.
Judy Zimmerman.
Hey, Judy Zimmerman.
Wants to know, what advice would you give Gracie for tonight?
I would give, it's very difficult because we actually talked to Gracie and we gave her some advice. And I think a lot of people are in her ear, and there's so much advice that has been given to her that I think she needs to sit back and just listen to her own heart and remember that she is an incredible skater. She's an incredible technician, and she can be a good competitor. She just has to get a little angry. I think she has to go out there and think, I have nothing to lose. At this point, I really messed up the short program. Am I going to make the world team? I hope so, but maybe not. So why don't I just show the world what I'm made of?
And for me, I think we had a very, very candid conversation with Gracie. It was really dishy. A lot of it was off the record, so we're not going to tell you all the details. But something that I learned, and that we both kind of think took away from it, was that she isn't into advice, because everyone is trying to give her advice. I think as long as Gracie goes out in the free program, it's just like, I got this, and believes in herself, gets on the ice and knows what she can do, without the last minute, 20-minute pep talk from coach, without the behind the scenes from mom and cousins and friends and sisters, just full blinders. I think that would be my best advice for Gracie for today. Next question.
Joey Mayastis.
Joey?
Question
hi.
for Tara.
Hey, Joey.
How is Todd?
Todd Cap.
Todd Cap. He's good.
Todd is Tara's fiance.
Yes.
Everyone.
And he's not here at Nationals. He came to Nationals last year and really enjoyed himself.
Yeah. He misses us, I know that.
He does. I hope so. But he's back home. He's shooting the Super Bowl tees. So that's pretty exciting, I know. So I can't wait to see that happen. So we're both working, unfortunately, at the same time. But I miss him.
Hi, Todd Cap. Next question.
Ryan Davies.
Hi, Ryan
wants
Davies.
to know, who do you think the final rose will go to on The Bachelor?
You know what? Here's the thing about The Bachelor. I don't like that. I don't think you can find true love on television. You can't create true love.
It's entertaining.
It's entertainment more than anything. I preferred Flavor of Love when Flavor Flav was having his dating show back in the day. Do you remember that?
And I'm really behind. I haven't watched The Bachelor this season. I'm still watching
Lost.
Lost.
Other seasons? You watched other seasons of The Bachelor?
Oh, and back in the day, I kind of was into it. I was like, oh, maybe, and now you realize, like, not one of them really make it.
It's silly. There's so much
Good thing
drama.
I didn't meet Todd on The Bachelor.
Yeah, I remember in Flavor Flav there was a girl that pooped on the stairs because she got so drunk. Yep. Yep.
There
that
you go.
happened if you guys go back and find the DVD, Flavor of Love. Anyway, next question.
Lori Manoli.
Hey, Lori Manoli.
Wants to know, Johnny, would you ever go back to the Olympics to skate?
Well, I like
No.
to think that no.
No,
Yeah.
because he's going to be sitting next to me.
Yeah, I now have a new, no. I still love skating, I still love performing, I like training and staying in shape, and I post a lot on my Instagram. I actually film every practice that I do because I don't work with a coach, so it helps me to coach myself and see the mistakes I make. So that's why I'm able to make beautiful videos for all of my followers on Instagram. But my days are done. Watching skaters
And now
like
he has a
Nathan
work
Chen.
wife. It's
I have a
coming
work
back
wife.
to me.
I'm not gonna divorce Tara. No, we're together. We're in this to win it. And we here's the thing. Tara and I share everything, including Todd Cap
And gold medal.
And her Olympic gold medal. So I've got my
We
medal.
share everything.
Next question.
Susie Hillard
Hi, Susie Hillard.
is curious about the cost of the costumes that skaters wear.
It
The
varies.
cost of skating is
Skating is an
outrageous.
outrageously expensive sport. there are so many people that are behind the scenes that do help young up-and-coming skaters. I had a lot of help over the years. I don't come from a very, very affluent family, so we needed help when it came to ice time, coaching fees, costumes, all of that. But looking at average costumes, I would say for a custom costume, like one of my onesies, it was probably $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, somewhere in there, which is quite expensive. But to make that Olympic moment, every little thing counts.
And that's good. I mean, there are a lot of skaters that when you get to that top level, I even remember going to the Olympics, the prices just start jumping. Yeah. The better that you get.
Yeah, they just assume you've got bank.
Yeah, like $10K.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you aren't eating to be able to pay for that couture creation. Yeah. Next.
Tammy Bauer.
Tammy Bauer. Hi. Where's Tammy Bauer from? Did she say?
She doesn't say.
Guys, tell us where you're from. We want to do shout outs to your towns.
Maybe you're from,
but she does want to know, have you had any barbecue while you're in Kansas City?
We did yesterday.
I mean, we did kind of the low key, like, you know, Tara and Johnny version. We had a chicken breast with barbecue sauce that we dipped in it. But it was delicious. I mean, everyone, Tara's in-laws are actually in town, so they had the burnt ends, which I wasn't quite sure. It was very fatty for me.
We didn't venture into the burnt ends.
We're both dieting. Yesterday was my eating day. Otherwise, it's just, you know, Ensure and muscle milk and maybe a clementine or two. We're trying to diet. Next.
Let's see. Lucy Lipinski. Sorry if I messed up your name.
Lucy Lipinski. Maybe, yeah.
What is your favorite music to skate to?
Gangster rap.
I do enjoy that. You enjoy a mix of Russian classical,
yes.
Some heartfelt Adele love songs.
Yeah. I mean, I love skating to something that'll make an impact. And we were just talking about this yesterday. When I am preparing new exhibition numbers, I think very globally because I perform a lot, not just in the United States, but everywhere. In the US, there's a big love of like the Beyonce Shake Your Booty, Sparkle Sparkle, Razzle Dazzle, while in Japan they prefer something very classical and beautiful and elegant. Not that people here don't, but you just have to really think in a wide net. What I like, many other people
play to
may
your
not
audience.
Like. Yeah, you know, not everyone likes a Russian pop song.
Although we've decided that I'm going to choreograph a number for Johnny this year, which could be really fun.
We just have
I mean, the process is going to be the best part.
Yes, it always is.
We should tape it.
Yeah, we will tape it. We will tape it. We'll share it with everybody. But finding a softcore rap that I could actually perform to is going to be the hard part. Just something very melodic, maybe in French, but also rap.
Oh, I mean, but maybe it's not rap. We have to really brainstorm.
It'll probably end up as Joni Mitchell, Katie Lang. All right, next.
Sean Curtis.
Sean Curtis, hey.
Wants to know if you guys would ever do Dancing with the Stars.
We've been approached. But I can't dance.
Unless we dance together.
Unless we dance together. We don't really think that we could do it.
Yes.
You know, if I could dance with Max and do the woman's part, maybe I would think about it, but most likely, like, we love just sitting in a booth and being gorgeous and talking about skating the most. And that's enough for us. Dancing with the Stars is just really intense. It's a really big commitment. It's amazing what they do, though.
Yes.
Next.
Ilka Corsar from Saskatchewan, Canada.
Oh.
Hey, Ilka in Saskatchewan. What's up?
I would love to know which city is your favorite to skate in.
Wait, what's our what?
Your favorite city to skate in.
Our favorite city to skate in.
Okay, this is going to sound strange because you just said that you were from Canada.
But wait, let me just tell you, nobody from places that we don't mention get offended. We love performing everywhere.
We do.
Those favorite moments.
But we have to talk about a country. If you're going to skate anywhere, a Canadian audience is the best. They're so into skating. Everyone watches skating. You grow up as a hockey player or a figure skater.
You grew up on ice.
And I remember touring on Stars on Ice, and we'd tour all of the United States, and then we'd go to Canada, and the sound of the clapping and the applause was always so exciting. So, and I'm not just saying that because you're from Canada.
I'm not going to say Canada. So.
You're not?
Nope, not going to say Canada.
Wow.
I mean, I love performing in Canada. I've performed in Saskatoon.
So loud.
But I love, I remember I tried to come back to competitive skating after Vancouver, and my first big event was in Moscow. And I am a
you're
lover
going
of Russian.
really far away.
Yeah, I'm very fancy. I mean, I love Russian culture. I speak it, and for that reason, the Russian public always kind of greeted me onto the ice as a Russian in a lot of ways. So the cheering and the loudness was just incredible. So I love that. I love performing in Japan because the audience is so knowledgeable. They know even when you under-rotate a jump a little bit. So you really work for that clapping. But
I never skated in Russia, ever.
maybe someday.
Someday.
But you know, performing in America is always wonderful. We get so much support in our country. All right, next.
All right. Sandra Matt.
Sandra Matt. Is she from anywhere or just Sandra Matt?
No.
Oh, from California.
From California.
hi.
Hey, Callie.
Who do you think is the newcomer to watch this year?
If we're talking the ladies event, we said it before, Amber Glenn. She messed up her short program, so it sort of puts her lower in the ranks and makes it harder for her to climb up onto that podium. But anything can happen, and she is superb, and she's fresh and new and spunky, so keep an eye out on her.
And the men, I think, currently sitting in third place, Vincent Joe. It's not his first time in the senior ranks, but his first time really to challenge for a medal. In the free program, he has 2 quad sows, quad lutz planned.
It's like a mini Nathan Chen.
Mini Nathan Chen, just 1 year younger.
All right, last question.
Last question, everybody. We're
Ashley
sorry, we've got
Cummings.
things to do. We have a production meeting. If we're not there on time, we get in trouble.
What is your favorite program to watch?
Our favorite program to watch from the season? Let's just say from the season. What was that person's name?
Ashley Cummings.
Ashley Cummings.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
Wow, that's hard. I mean, I think Ashley Wagner's free skate. We're talking about skating.
Yeah, we're going to talk.
correct?
Well, I mean,
We're not talking about TV programs, are we?
I love Downton Abbey, so I love that
I'm
program.
still into Lost. I'm very behind.
But no skating. This
Skating.
season skating.
I'm gonna go with Ashley Wagner's free skate. I just think usually she does a character piece, and there's something that is so meaningful between her and the piece of music that she chose, and she talks about it, and just the way she performs it, you just get so involved, and it's beautiful.
For me, looking at the entire field of skaters we've seen and covered this year, my favorite short program is that of Caitlin Osmond, and I was never bowled over by a performance from her until this year's short program. It's Edith Piaf. It's so cheeky and fun and fabulous. I really love watching it, especially when she skates well. And I also
Chalk and Bates free skate.
You love that Chalk and Bates free dance.
I love that free dance.
Who else? Medvedeva, her free program is very meaningful and powerful. And at the Russian National, she did just threw in for fun a triple at the end. She's so in shape, so she always skates well. There's been a lot of great skating this season, which is kind of strange because next year's the Olympic year, and you think maybe you save a little bit this year and you don't give all your goods away. They're getting gritty, they're hungry. But I mean, thank you all for your questions. Again, today, watch us on NBC at 3
Eastern
and 8 Eastern during prime time. We're going to be wearing 2 to 3 different outfits.
Maybe 4 or 5.
Maybe 4 or 5.
Maybe 8 quick changes.
Nia's really been working it with our hair and makeup. I have a new friend on my cheek named Clarissa. I don't know if you've seen her, notice that I have a pimple. Really, really agitating. So she'll be there too as the 4th member of the NBC team, along with Tara Gannon, Tara Lipinski, Johnny Weir. Guys, we're so thankful. Please support Team USA Olympics. Please support us on NBC and all the skaters at the National Championships. And
it's a big day.
God bless and good luck.
Thank you.